Hello world and hello OpenX. Hello Tutor. Um, Great to be back. I I hope this is working. I have terrible feedback. Okay, it's almost working. Okay, just closing YouTube. Perfect. So it seems to be working. That's great. Um, awesome to be back. So I made a couple live streams. It was a couple of months ago. Didn't make any since then. And the main issue that I had was that I had some terrible internet connection. And this is now different. I now have optic fiber at home, which is awesome. And that means that I'm now able to do live streams again, which is great. So I thought now would be a great time to make another live stream to catch up on what's been going on in the OpenX world during the past couple of weeks. And a lot has happened, obviously. So I'm not a professional YouTuber yet, but I should really encourage you to ask questions in the chat. I'll try to. So I have my eye on the chat right there, and I hope to be able to answer any questions you might have, because that's the point of live streams, after all, right? Okay, so what I would like to do during this live stream is first to catch up on everything that's been going on with the upcoming Nutmeg release and the OpenX conference, of course, and other things. And then I would like that we upgrade together at least 2 of the Tutor plugins, and that we upgrade them for Nutmeg, so the next OpenX release. Okay, let's get started. So, what's new? What's new in OpenX? Well, first of all, there was the OpenX conference 2 weeks ago. Let me show you the web page for the conference, which will not teach you much. But anyway, it was in this fabulous university in Lisbon. And we had an amazing time there. It was really good to meet people face to face after 3 years meeting online. And yeah, it might be obvious, but it makes a world of difference to meet people in real life as opposed to on Zoom. Really, it does. So yeah, I was really happy to be there. And there were tons of interesting conversations about Tutor, about OpenX, where OpenX is headed. So of course, as you know, edX has been acquired for $800 million by 2U. And this money has gone into a foundation called Tutor, so it's a provisional name, so the Center for Reimagining Learning. And their mission statement is, well, exactly that, to reimagine learning. That's their mandate. And they have plenty of things. They're ready to explore many different ideas, both in edX and outside of OpenEdX. So that's cool. I also heard about many interesting projects created around Tutor. So Tutor has made it much easier for people to install OpenEdX on premises. And this has opened really a world of possibilities. So for one of the innovations that was presented is Grove. This is a project by OpenCraft, a longtime contributor to OpenEdX. And Grove, it's a way to deploy OpenEdX onto Kubernetes, but to many different people. So this is really aimed at OpenEdX SaaS providers, such that they can spin up OpenEdX platforms for many different customers using Tutor, of course. So this is really cool. And there was something else. called the Cookie Cutter Terraform, I think. Yes, by Lawrence McDaniel. So again, long time contributor to OpenX and Tutor. And this is a similar project where they deploy OpenX with Tutor and Terraform to AWS using all the good stuff from AWS. So of course there is a lot of overlap between this Cookie Cutter project and Grove, and that's the whole point, to be able to make these people communicate and maybe share their work. What else? So we organized a tutorial on the first day of the conference, and it's unfortunate that the videos will not be, for the tutorials, will not be available online. So that means that if you missed it, then you will not be able to view how it went. But that's okay, because we created some awesome slides. And when I say we, I mean Braden McDonald from OpenCraft and Kyle McCormick from Tutor. At the very last minute, Braden couldn't make it to the tutorial, so he was replaced by Fenel Patel, so also very long time contributor to OpenX, so a Tutor employee. So this was really a dream team of OpenX people who helped set up this tutorial. So the point is that you can access these slides at this address. So bit.ly/3EO. This is an O, this is not a 0, this is a capital O. And these slides are really comprehensive, so we can really follow them one by one. So short intro, then Tutor installation. That should work both on Ubuntu, macOS with ARM, and Windows. So this is really cool, really comprehensive instructions. All sorts of things went wrong during this tutorial, but we should have fixed everything in the slides. What else? And then we had breakouts, 3 breakout sessions. So either people wanted to keep installing Tutor and OpenX, or they wanted to hack on OpenX itself, or they wanted to make changes to Tutor. And there are tutorials for that in these slides. So I really encourage you to follow along the instructions in these slides if you're not like an expert yet with Tutor. I'm pretty sure you'll learn a lot of things. And even if you're an expert with Tutor, the thing is that before the conference and before the tutorial, we make like huge changes to the Tutor API. These changes were published in this version 13.2.0, so just days before the conference. So you can read along there, but so the biggest change is this one, like complete overhaul of the plugin extension mechanism. So we were really limited by what plugins could do in the previous version of the plugin API. And the thing is that 2U will now adopt Tutor as a development environment. And so they needed many features to work with that. So I worked with Kyle McCormick from Tutor to get those changes in Tutor. And so we figured that the best way to implement those changes in an elegant way was to completely rewrite the API. And so it was upgraded from V0 to V1. The V1 API is now much more comprehensive, and of course you can learn about it in the Tutor documentation. You should really have a look. If you haven't read it yet, you should really have a look at this new plugin creation tutorial, from which you will learn tons of things about the new API. And you should also have a look at the reference. So the new API is based on hooks, so both actions and filters. yeah, so definitely have a look at that. So in the second part of this session, we will upgrade Tutor plugins from Maple to Nutmeg, and as we proceed, we will also upgrade them from V0 to V1. So then this is, I think, a great opportunity to learn about this V1 API. And also we introduced tons of huge changes like this Tutor Dev Quick Start, which was the title of the tutorial, which is basically the same as Tutor Local Quick Start, but for development. Also, there's no longer run server. So instead we do Tutor Dev Start, which makes it much easier, much more intuitive to use the command line interface. What else? Oh, I'm really proud of this one. The mount option. So we get rid of bind mount. So this is for bind mounting folders from the host to the containers, and this is absolute prerequisite for local development, hacking on OpenX. And this mount option, it's really cool. Maybe I can show you what it does. So, let's search documentation. I don't know the docs by heart. So, this mount option, you can learn more about here in the reference. So basically, there's a very simple syntax for bind mounting folders from the host to the container. And yeah, it's really cool. Also, there's CP, copy from, yes, for copying data from the container to the host. And again, this is really useful for development. What else? So that's basically it for the huge changes that happened in 13.2.0. So there was also many conversations about how Tcrill would be managing OpenX from now on. Of course, there's a huge question about governance here. Like, who is going to manage OpenX? And so my take on this is that it's great that Tcrill is taking the reins. They have a huge budget. And they have a very small team, so their goal is really to encourage development and innovation outside of Tcrill and outside of 2U. So that means to us, to the rest of the community, the rest of the OpenX community. So I think that's a great positive change. So if you have ideas about innovations that you want to contribute to OpenX, really now is a pretty good time to start new projects. What else? So two smaller items. Sarina, who is an engineering manager at Tcrill, is organizing a meetup for people who are basically in the Eastern Hemisphere, because pretty much all meetings for OpenX happen in a time zone that works for America, but not very well for Asia or Australia. And that makes it more difficult to have diversity in the community. So Sarina, she's a great person. If you live in Asia or Australia, I really encourage you to join this meetup. I'm pretty sure there will be very honest, direct conversations about OpenX. So really encourage you to go there. Also, there's another forum post. Muhammad Soban Javed from 2U is seeking feedback on how to improve service configuration in OpenX. And of course, that's my personal hot topic. Because I work to make it easier to configure OpenX, and of course there are difficulties around that. What's weird about this question is that they seem to completely ignore Tutor, and they really focus on the native installation, although the native installation is now deprecated. So people who run OpenX, the only supported installation is now Tutor. Still, I think it's relevant to hammer these ideas, to push them forward with 2U. So encourage you, if you have ideas about how OpenX should be better configured, then definitely comment, respond to this topic there. Oh yeah, so this Tutor plugin v1 API is the result of a Tutor enhancement proposal, so TEP, which was created here. So if you want to learn more, definitely read this post. What else? Oh, so many things going on. So what should we start? Let's talk about the Nutmeg release. So, as you know, there are OpenX releases every 6 months. The currently supported release is Maple, which was released in December. And that means that the next release, which will be called Nutmeg, will happen in June, so June 9th. We are 1 month away from the release, so there's a lot of work in the community to make sure that everything is working properly. And this is a process that is happening every 6 months. And the new thing about this year's release is that we have an actual test plan for OpenX. Thanks to Dean Matthew from Australia, who put up an awesome testing plan for the next release. So you should learn more about this, a test plan, right here in the OpenX Forum. Basically, there's a test plan Google Sheet, which is here, which lists all of the tests that we need to complete to make sure that Nutmeg is working properly. The cool thing is that, so anyone can register, and run some of those tests using the Nutmeg demo platform. Oops. which is offline, which is a shame because I'm deploying it right now. So this is something that I am hosting, and it's not working because Nutmeg demo, this thing on, action. So the deploy step is still running. Too bad. Why is this thing still running? Can we see the, no, we can't see the log. That's really too bad. Anyway, so you should really, if you're interested in participating in this test plan, add yourself to some of those tests there, complete those tests using the demo Nutmeg platform, and add the result there in the overall in the status column. So all these instructions are indicated here. So really comprehensive instructions. And the cool thing is that there's a leaderboard, which is currently led by Fayaz from Medley, who has completed like half of the tests. So huge prop to you, Fayaz. So if you want to have your name there, you should really try to complete some of those tests. If you want to participate in the in fixing some of the issues for the Nutmeg release, you should have a look at the build test release working group issues board. So all of these affects Nutmeg issues. If you're interested in contributing, then have a look at those. And many of those are the result of the test plan, of course. So this is a great thing, which makes me think that the release process has really improved between Maple and Nutmeg. So yeah. One other thing. I am looking for maintainers for Tutor plugins. This is this new Tutor enhancement proposal. This is a complete overhaul of the maintainers program that exists in Tutor. I came back from the conference with many ideas. I had my head completely full of ideas and things I wanted to do. Basically, I feel that I am a bottleneck in upgrading and developing Tutor, and I am limiting the development of Tutor. And in order to address that, I am looking for people to maintain the Tutor plugins. So I was strongly opposed to bringing in new core committers to the Tutor plugin repos in the past, and I changed my mind about this. So I'm really looking for people who are skilled with Tutor and OpenX development, such that you can take on the maintenance of some of the plugins. There will be one maintainer per plugin with commit rights. So I think it's a great responsibility, great power, great responsibility. And then basically you will be as a maintainer, you will be in charge of making sure that the plugin works. You respond to queries on the forum about your plugin. You process pull requests on GitHub, issues, and you act on the communication that we have between various maintainers, such that, for instance, when there's an API change, then you actually implement this API change in your plugin, or when you need to apply a security patch, this sort of things. So again, this is a huge change in governance in the Tutor world, and I'm really looking forward to this. So I've already had some applications for some of the plugins and repositories. Not all positions are filled, far from it. If you were a maintainer, a Tutor maintainer in the past, then I would be extremely happy to see you apply again. Yeah. So feel free to reply to this post on the Tutor forum. And that's it. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask in the chat. Shoot away. I don't think there are many people. That's okay. I'm sure that once I'm a famous YouTuber, there will be the chat will be swarmed with people. Anyway, maybe we can get on with it, with upgrading some of the plugins. Okay, this is exciting. I'm putting my headphones back on. Let's close all of this. There you go. You don't want this. So, there is a branch called Nutmeg on the Tutor repo. And this branch includes all of the changes that I made to upgrade Tutor from Maple to Nutmeg. And this is the version that is used on nutmeg.demo.overhang.io. Well, at least when it's working. In order to complete the test plan, then we need to upgrade the Tutor plugins to Nutmeg. And the Tutor forum already has a Nutmeg branch, thanks to Gassan. Gassan, if you're here, thanks a bunch. So the change was pretty straightforward. No major change in the plugin itself, outside of some of the smaller version things. And then the Tutor MFE plugin also, there's a branch, but there's no pull request. Also has a Nutmeg branch. One commit ahead. Let's have a look. Actually, you know what? Let's open a PR. So these are the changes, fairly basic, except that we upgrade node from 12 to 16. So far it's not been too difficult to upgrade the plugins. New pull request, base, master, Nutmeg. All right. And this is a work in progress. And we want to do the same thing with other plugins. Basically, all of the plugins that are listed in the test plan. Test plan is here. Is there a list of plugins somewhere? Well, it's basically the list of plugins for which we are looking for maintainers. So it's really those. And out of those, the most difficult ones are usually Discovery, e-commerce, and Menio. We really need Discovery and e-commerce to extensively test Nutmeg. And e-commerce depends on Discovery. So during this session, I would like to do Discovery. But I would also like to do an easier one. So maybe Notes, because Notes is also necessary in the Nutmeg test plan. So I would like to start with Notes and then upgrade Discovery. So let's do this. All right, let's show my desktop. So I would like to show you how I'm going to do that. First of all, I have a working environment, virtual environment for Nutmeg. Then I'm checking out the Nutmeg branch for Tutor. And here we can see the plugins that are enabled. I would like to keep the MFE plugin enabled. And then I'm going to go into the Notes plugin, where fetch the latest changes. Then create a new Nutmeg branch. And start from there. So this is my development environment. I will now open the Tutor Notes plugin repo. So some time ago, I created a how to upgrade a Tutor plugin tutorial, which we're going to follow along here. So Tutor is installed from source, so which means I installed Tutor with pip install e like this in my virtual environment. Tutor MFE, yeah, okay. And then I'm going to build the Tutor images locally. Oh yeah, so this warning, it actually means that the MFE plugin is not installed. I didn't check out the Nutmeg branch of the MFE plugin. So this should no longer report an error. Yeah, okay, we're good. And then I want to build all the images locally, so this should work. So images build all. I already built them on my computer, hopefully. No? Oh, I didn't build the MFE plugin images. that's okay. So this will rebuild as we go along. Okay, install the plugin. Oh, so this is not going to work right away, because if I do this, it's going to require an older version of Tutor, because we have this. So I need to change this and this. No Python interpreter selected. Damn you, VS Code. No Python interpreter? Why? Why? There's usually one. Oh, right, because we're working on Nutmeg. Enter interpreter path. So it's in my VMs, Nutmeg bin Python. There you go. Then we need to install Pylint. Yeah, this should now be working. Okay, so I'm going to modify the instructions as we go along, because we want to do this. We want to install the plugin after we have bumped the versions. So here I modified this. Python requires, oh, this is old. We should only support Python 3.7 at the very least. And then in the notes about, we are going to bump this to 14. And then we can pip install the plugin. There you go. So now we should be able to view the plugin when we have Tutor plugins list. And we should be able to enable the plugin with Tutor plugins enable nodes. Okay. So replace all instances of Maple in the plugin by Nutmeg. Is this link going to work if I replace this by Nutmeg? No, it's not working yet, but I think it will work in the future. So let's upgrade this. Nutmeg. Okay. Go through the Docker file templates and manually upgrade all the third-party requirements that you can find. So in the notes Docker file, here we run on, oh, maybe you could run on Tutor on Ubuntu 22. Do we want to do that? That would be interesting. So first of all, let's see if there are new versions of setup tools. I should indicate the URLs here because I keep opening these URLs whenever I open a plugin. So setup tools, oh, 6210. That's a big upgrade. What about pip 2204. 2204. It's really important to keep versions pinned there. Otherwise, the new image might stop working one day, and you will not know why. Okay, and yeah, I'm really tempted to try the upgrade from Ubuntu 20 to 22 because this is the new LTS release. So tutor config save, and now tutor images build notes. This is going to take a while. I hope I can still stream to YouTube. While I'm building both the MFE and the notes images. Hey Khalid and ABC Online Courses. I wonder who that is. Hi Dean, good to see you here. What time is it in Australia? So this is building the notes image. And so this was next step. I anticipated tutor images build. And then once we have built all the images, we should be able to run init or a quick start. Maybe we can take the opportunity to upgrade the notes plugin from V0 to V1. So this is the V0 API. There's a guide on how to upgrade from V0 to V1, and the guide is in the cookie cutter README. So many steps there. So let's follow these steps. Okay, in setup.py, replace V0 by V1. Plugin, no, the note setup, replace V0 by V1. Then the templates folder, rename the hooks folder to tasks. Tutor notes, git nv hooks, templates, hooks, notes, hooks, template, notes, tasks. Okay. At the top of the file, add the following line from tutor import hooks. So it's not going to be like exactly at the top of the file because Tutor is not a standard library. And actually, I'm going to do something slightly different here. I'm going to import hooks as tutor hooks. And there's a reason that is, there's a weird reason to that, is that this is an official plugin. The Notes plugin is an official plugin. And official plugins are kind of parsed in a weird way, where we expect that the hooks object is actually either a dictionary or, oh, this should not go there. Wait, it should not go in the setup file, it should be here. So official plugins expect that hooks object is actually a dictionary, and if I just import hooks like this, it's going to be a module, so it's going to be really weird. So I'm going to import hooks as tutor hooks to make sure that we have different names. But you should not concern yourself with this if your plugin is not an official plugin. So if you are a tutor maintainer, you should pay attention to this. Okay, I see there's a question in the chat, like how to fix the issue files and uploads page is blank when tutor, after we build the image with tutor images, build OpenX. This is completely unrelated to building the plugin. It was caused by a recent issue upstream in edX platform. So there was actually a fix for this in Tutor that was merged very recently. Broken file upload in Studio. where, so I merged this fix, which is inside this PR. And so you might want to have a look at this, this PR. So in the master branch of Tutor, this issue should be fixed. And in the Nutmeg branch, I also added this fix, but just this morning. So if you are running the Nutmeg branch, make sure to upgrade to pull the changes I pushed this morning. I hope this answered your question, Wood Hong Fok. I'm not sure how to pronounce your name, I'm sorry. So let me know if this answers your question. Let's follow along our V0 to V1 tutorial. Yeah. So modify the config object. If present, replace the add key by unique. Yes, we have an add key. Then replace the set keys by overrides. Okay. Replace the hooks object. In init. And we should be back. Sorry about that. Terribly sorry. Told you I had now amazing internet connection. Turns out it's not completely true. Yeah, my Wi-Fi dropped for some reason. I have no idea why. Maybe I was just downloading too many things, like the MFE image and the notes image at the same time, and the streaming. Maybe that's the issue. Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Dean, for confirming that it works for you now. That's great. So we should be able to resume our upgrade of the notes plugin from V0 to V1. Whew. Okay. I was doing this, so upgrading the hooks. So tasks, my service, MySQL init. So this is for the first one, and we need to do the same for LMS and notes instead of MySQL. So LMS and notes. Then we can get rid of this. For the build image, replaced by that. Image management. Oh no, you cannot see my screen. Oh no, I'm sorry. Oh la la. I'm terrible. I suck at YouTube. So now you should be able to watch my screen. Hopefully. So you could not see what I was doing. So I upgraded these hooks from V0 to V1. Then we need to change the way images are built and pushed. So I'm copying this snippet here. Replace, so notes, plugins, notes, build. Let's call it notes docker image. No, wait, what? Build notes, and that's the tag. And we can get rid of this, and also image push and pull. Push and pull. And there you go. So that should resolve it. Why is there a typo here? Okay, that should be working. Oh, and of course we should not use hooks, but Tutor hooks. You remember, because we imported the hooks module as Tutor hooks right there. So thank you IDE for pointing this out to me. So we delete the patches function. So this one, I add this piece of boilerplate code at the bottom. No instance of your plugin or your plugin. So every time I write your plugin, it should be notes. And your plugin, this should be notes. This should not be hooks, but Tutor hooks. Tutor hooks, and this as well. One thing troubles me though is that, what do we do with this? Oh, right. So we can get rid of this. So maybe I should make the changes. Maybe I should make a change in the cookie cutter to indicate that we should get rid of the readme, that we should get rid of the templates line. Modify config object. Remove the templates object. It's called delete, because we no longer need this line. Upgrade instructions. Rocks. Object. Bring V0 to V1 upgrade. Yeah, and I'm opening a pull request for this. Hey Sofiane, good to see you. I hear that you're a maintainer. Maybe you can review this PR. Okay, let's go back to our daily program. So we completed the tutorial, the upgrade instructions. Reinstall your plugin. As source, of course. Okay, Tutor plugins list. Module, no module, name notes. Package resources. So there's an error happening here. So the plugin is not correctly detected. And maybe that's, oh yeah, so it's in this line. Resource file name. Oh, so maybe save this. Yeah, so I should delete this. Okay, so this is actually an issue. It should be tutor notes and not notes. So this adds the templates directory inside the tutor notes directory as a source of templates. As you can see inside the tutor notes directory, there's a templates folder, and we add it as a source of templates. So now when I do this, it should be working. Yes. So this is actually a mistake in the cookie cutter instructions. So we should fix it. So it's inside the boilerplate. Oh, your plugin. Wait. Your plugin should actually be tutor something? Yes, it should be tutor something. Yeah, it should be that. No, we're going to put this in the same commit as the previous one. So amend. Also fix templates root boilerplate code. I'm going to do push force. The push force to the PR. Okay. So now we have the notes plugin enabled. Can I run tutor config save? Missing configuration value, Docker registry is undefined. Is it? That's interesting. Notes version is undefined. Now that's interesting. So that means there's probably an issue with the configuration. Wait, did I rename this to overrides? This is not override. This should not be override. Wait. The upgrade instructions are... I'm lost. The cookie cutter upgrade instructions are here. Set by overrides. No, this should not be. Oh, no. This was not. Oh no, this is not good. So I replaced defaults by overrides, which was a terrible idea. And now, that means that all these items were added to the configuration file. No, because we did not manage to save, so that's good. Now we should be able to do config save. Yes, perfect. Can we try to build again? Okay, let's try quick start. No, we're not running a production platform. Defaults are good. We start everything. Meanwhile, I'm going to prepare the commit. There's an untracked file there. Wait, what? Why is there an untracked file there? That's interesting. Meanwhile, initialization is running. OpenX common settings. Tutor nodes patches. This file is not. It's not versioned. This might explain a few things. Right, there's no common settings file there. And so recently, in March, I added this common env features to enable LX nodes. And I did that because I probably forgot to push this OpenX common settings file when I upgraded to Maple, so a couple months ago. So I'm going to remove it. We no longer need it because we pushed this enable LX nodes thing to the common env features patch instead. So it's not great to add stuff to features instead of the settings files, but I guess that will do for now. Or maybe we could take the opportunity of the OpenX release to move that to yeah, I think we'll take the chance to move this statement from the env features patch to the common settings patch. So we're going to actually add this and get rid of this. No. Okay, so initialization is failing. Yay! So initialization task in nodes is failing because what? Oh, this is not good. Import New Relic agent. Cannot import name mapping from collections. Oh, so that, when we upgraded to Ubuntu 2022.04, we upgraded Python to 3.10. This is not good. Roll back! Roll back! So in the Tutor notes, we should not upgrade to 22.04. Too soon, too soon. So let's try to rebuild. Tutor config save. So it's going to take a while again to rebuild that. So meanwhile, if you have any questions about the process, is anyone there still? Tell me about yourself. Tell me about things that you do with OpenX. Tell me about the things that you're stuck with. Now is a good time. Yeah, so this error was certainly due to Python 3.10. What is strange is that, oh yeah, so we're probably installing an old version of no, wait, what? Okay, so New Relic is attempting an import from of mapping from collections, and this New Relic package is almost certainly not compatible with Python 3.10. Can I just say that I hate New Relic? New Relic is one of the packages that ship with all OpenX applications, although no one outside of edX actually uses New Relic. So it makes zero sense to add them to come on OpenX distribution. So it sucks to not to be able to upgrade because of that. Yeah, Dean, it was brave to upgrade Ubuntu. It's if not now, when? So we can check that we have the LMS working. Yay! It's ugly, but it works. This is the default theme, our beloved default theme. Installing notes, installing packages. And of course then, if we manage to build, then we need to check that the plugin is actually working. So Dean, you're asking where's the best place to begin learning to contribute to Tutor? So the way I see it, there are two ways you can contribute. Either with your time or money. So I suspect you're talking about time. So Tutor has a project board where we list all of the issues that affect Tutor. And yeah, so this is good. No card is missing. And there's label here, good first issue. So you want to check the issues with this good first issue tag and see if you can resolve these issues. So for instance, this one, Docker Compose should upgrade to V2. This should be relatively straightforward. It should just be a matter of replacing docker-compose by docker space compose everywhere in Tutor. But then you also have to test that it still works, that the new API still works. So this should be relatively straightforward. And also, if you feel up to it, you can attempt to tackle some of the harder issues. So this one's a good one. Set theme fails when LMS hostname is over 50 characters. So when LMS hostname or CMS hostname, yes, 50 characters. So this is a good one. I'll let you read it. It's kind of fun. But so it was open a couple of months ago. It's still not fixed. So we should really have a look. How is our image building going? Yes, it's going good. So let's start the whole platform again. As usual, we need to rebuild the MFE every time we run start, which sucks, but hey, that's the way MFEs work for now. And then we can run init again, and we'll just run init for the notes plugin. Hey, funny enough, there's another warning about obsolete collections in 3.10 from the Boto plugin, Swift client. I hate these deprecation warnings. They go unnoticed in OpenX, but we'll still have to see them. We could mute them, but it's not great behavior. Okay, its initialization worked, so quick start is supposed to be working. But I noticed your question. Let me just check that it works. So sign in. I don't think I created any user here. So Tutor local create user staff super user Regis at demo.com, and then I will use a dummy password. There you go. And then we'll also import a demo course. Just to make sure that the notes plugin is working. Well, the notes plugin, it allows students to add notes to courses, so we need an actual course. Wow. All of this for importing the demo course. So I should be able to log in now. There you go. Yes, so explore courses. There's a demonstration course. Let's enroll. View course. Oh. Bah! Insert expletive here. Okay, you see this? Faisons une visite guidée de EDX afin de profiter au maximum de votre cours. Let's do a tour of edX so that we benefit from your course. But the thing is that this is not edX. This is something else. This is typically the edX branding that leaked its way into OpenX. So we need to report this to the PTR. And I'm afraid to click here. I'm afraid to see what it's going to do. Okay, let's take a screenshot. Let's take a screenshot. And then, so we're going to come back to this, but okay, let's commencer à vite guider. Yes, this is good. This is good. Okay, that's great. It's actually a useful tour, but it's just this edX thing, which is not a great idea. So commencer le cours. So it's all in French. Why is it all in French? Oh, because my browser is in French. Sorry about that. Browser is so part of it is in French. So it's mostly in English, but then this is in French. Okay. So we need to enable notes. Notes, should be explained in the README. Course advanced settings. View this course in Studio. advanced settings. Enable student notes. True. Save changes. Okay, and now if we reload, we should be able to use notes. Yes! Add some tags. We can add tags now? Cool. Oh yeah, now we have tags. And we can edit them. I can view my notes. Whoa, this is really cool. So, good news, it seems to be working. So let's commit our changes. Right, to Nutmeg. And then git push our changes. Open a PR. And then what we want to do is to actually start using this Notes plugin in the Nutmeg demo platform. So what I'm going to do is to have a look at the Nutmeg demo deployment scripts. It's inside, so it's a deploy workflow. And we're going to install the Notes plugin from the Nutmeg branch, and then we're going to enable the plugin. Tutor config save. Where are plugins? Where are plugins? Plugins enable MFE Forum Notes. And then I'm going to push this directly to master because, hey, I'm the owner of this repo. So what about the deployment actions? Oh, deployment failed 4 hours ago. No, no, no. Welcome to my life. So build failed. Why? Why? God, why? This leaves me no other choice than to SSH into the server to figure out what is going on. Permission denied, permission denied, permission denied, permission denied, permission denied, permission denied, permission denied. No. No. I know this. I know this. I know this. How am I supposed to SSH into that? Okay, please stop looking at my screen. I will figure out what my SSH key is. I need to figure out which SSH key I'm supposed to use to SSH into the Nutmeg folder server. Yes, this is working. I can put you back. Okay, so I have Tutor installed. Tutor images build all. What does it do? What does this do? It's strange that it was failing. It should really not take that long. Is the platform running? No, no platform is running there. So it's really strange. Okay, so we upgraded the Notes plugin. We made sure that it would still work. It would be deployed to the Nutmeg demo server. I think our work is done with the Notes plugin. I need to make sure that the deployment, the demo server is working, but that's maybe not what you're interested in. Maybe I can take your question, Bull, about how can we deploy Tutor on Docker Swarm environment. I don't have an easy answer to that one. So Tutor was designed to work with Compose and Docker Compose and Kubernetes. There has been some interest to get it to work on Swarm, but not much. So I decided not to work on it. I know that people from MIT have done some work with OpenX and Docker Swarm. I'm not sure how far they went. I think it was mostly exploratory. So right now it's not possible. If you want a quick fix, then I suggest you hire me and pay me to do it. If not, you can make use of the new plugin v1 API, which should allow you to implement a Tutor Swarm command to deploy OpenX to Swarm. So I'm curious to hear more about your requirements there. Is this something that you have in mind, or this is actually a requirement from your business? So please feel free to comment in the Tutor forum about this, either Tutor or OpenX forum. Maybe we can take like a 5-minute break or 10-minute break to before we move on to the Discovery plugin. We've been streaming for an hour and a half. I feel like maybe it's a good time to take a break. Let me just so it will be 10:35 UTC. If that's fine with you, be back in 10. See you. And we're back. Thanks for sticking around. So where were we? In the first part, we upgraded the Nodes plugin from Maple to Nutmeg. Then made sure that it would be working on the Nutmeg demo platform. So I can now tell you that the demo platform, well, it's not working, it's not fully working yet, but at least I managed to install the plugin, and I'm now rebuilding the images. I managed to build the OpenX image, so this was good. And so I'm fairly confident that this will be working in a couple of minutes. And now what I want to do is to upgrade the Discovery plugin, because this is going to be necessary for many people who run e-commerce, in particular in the Nutmeg demo environment. So let's do pretty much what we did, except that this time we'll apply it to the Discovery plugin. So again, I'm pulling changes from master, then create a new branch, then open the Discovery plugin repo. Oh no. I forgot to make changes to the... Did I forget to push some of the changes to the Nodes plugin? No, I didn't. So that's good. Sorry about that. So, to upgrade the Discovery plugin, I'm going to again follow along I can close this, the tutorial, the upgrade tutorial. Right here. So, should I maybe upgrade? Yeah, what I'm going to do is first upgrade from Maple to Nutmeg. This is probably a better idea. So I'm going to follow this tutorial. Okay, bump the version of the Tutor package in setup.py. So again, we no longer support Python 3.6 or 3.5. We bump this version. We bump Discovery version here. And then we can pip install this here. Okay, so this should be working. Let's enable it. Okay. Let's upgrade all the things in the Discovery Docker image. So this is going to be tricky to do. So again, we upgrade the standard packages. So I'm just going to copy the lines from here. I'm going to, oh, Node, we want to upgrade to 16. Do we want to upgrade Node.js to Node 16 in Discovery? I say yes. So what is the exact version of Node 16 that we should be having? No. So how can we list available? 16.15.0? Does this sound about right? I'm really in the dark there. I have no idea to which version I should upgrade Node.js in the Discovery repo. Let's try to find information about this in the course Discovery repo. So where is this going to be? It's going to be, no, not here, not in package.json. What about package lock.json? God. And there's no information about Node.js, of course not. Renovate, what is that? I have no idea. Webpack, is there any information? Oh, there's not going to be any information like that. What about in the logs? Is there anything about Node.js in the git log? No, nothing. Oh. Upgraded node to vis16 Docker file. Yay! Yes, 1642. This looks eerily similar to the line that I had in the discovery plugin repo. That's interesting. So 1614.2. Picked from the course discovery. Docker file. So I want to indicate a link to the Docker file. Okay, what else do we have to upgrade? Django Redis would be good. .520. UWSGI 2020. This is good, so we don't need to upgrade this. And this should hopefully all work out of the box, right? Right? Yeah. Hopefully. So Tutor config save and Tutor images build discovery. So I'm always a bit anxious about upgrading discovery or e-commerce. Oh, did I? Yes. I was anxious about this because, hey, many things could fail about this package. It's a relatively complex plugin. So again, while it is building, maybe now is the right time to upgrade from V0 to V1 API. So let's do just that. Let's close this. Following the tutorial, migrating from V0 plugins, setup.py, there you go. Let's start this. You know what, I'm going to put the tutorial here and my IDE here. Upgrade from V0 to V1. Templates folder. Git move hooks to tasks. Then plugin.py. At this, again, we need, because this is an official plugin, we need to import this as Tutor hooks. Why do we need to read the README? Oh, the second time that I'm doing this mistake. Yes, install back. Let's open the as Tutor hooks. modify config object, replace key, add by unique, and set by overrides. And we don't have, so this time we are not making the same mistake. We're not replacing defaults by overrides. Replace the hooks object. Okay, so init. MySQL discovery das MySQL init. So we can get rid of, oh, then we need to do the same thing for LMS and discovery. So we can get rid of this. Then the build image. Initialization task, image management. So this is going to be the discovery image, and this is going to be discovery, and the tag is going to be this. So yeah, I didn't mention that earlier, but you can put here Jinja2 template values in this, just like here. So, and then image pull and push. My image. Let's move this below. Am I going too fast? I'm really used to my to this environment, so the plugin environment, and also my IDE. So maybe I'm going very fast. So really feel free to ask questions if things are not quite clear. So again, I should replace hooks by Tutor hooks. Okay, delete the patches function. Yes, this. Add the boilerplate code. Verify that your file contains no instance of your plugin. So your plugin should be discovery. And then your plugin should be this. Apply changes there. Don't need that, I don't need that. Don't need that. Is this not working now? So I also wanted to merge the cookie cutter instructions. So Sofiane, if you're still there, I'm going to merge this without approval. It's just a change in the instructions to make sure that it works for everyone. There you go. And delete the GitHub branch. So on my local repo, check out master, git pull, git branch, d images, separate instructions. There you go. So that's done. Many warnings in the discovery image building step about Webpack. This is not. Oh no, so this isn't the MFE plugin, because the discovery plugin depends on no, it doesn't depend on the MFE. Oh, right, but the discovery plugin modifies the MFE configuration, so the MFE image needs to be rebuilt. Okay, so that's one thing that we can do while the images are building. We can open an issue in the build test release working group issue board about the issue that we detected earlier. So in the first part of this live stream. Where here so it's the onboarding screen. So let me show as a reminder. So this is what is shown to new students who are onboarded on the OpenX platform, and this includes a hard-coded mention of edX in the MFE. So this is probably the learning MFE. So when signing up as a new user in the LMS, we are presented with an onboarding screen, which includes a hard-coded mention of edX. The screenshot below, and this affects Nutmeg. Maybe Nutmeg testing Nutmeg. Oh, there's both Nutmeg testing and testing Nutmeg. Dean, if you're still there, I don't know which tag we should apply. Nutmeg testing Nutmeg. Nutmeg testing should be Nutmeg testing, right? Oh, there's also testing Nutmeg here. I'm going to harmonize this. Should all be Nutmeg testing. Okay, let's harmonize this. Nutmeg testing. Okay. And you know what? I'm going to advertise myself a bit. She was detected during the live stream. So at about, I don't know how long, we've been running since it was 11 a.m. so 1:58. There you go. So our discovery thing, image building is successful. So now initializing. This is still not working. Strange. Discovery.local.overhang.io. So this should be running. it's not it reports a server error because not initialization tasks, not all of them have completed. So CMS. What about Discover? Did it migrate already? No, it did not migrate. So I could make this faster by running through a local init limit equals discovery, but I'm not sure whether that would work. Well, I know it. We could do that, but the point is that I don't quick start. I don't want to stop it now. So, and also it's taking a long time because it needs to apply to run the migrations for the nodes plugin as well. So while this thing is completing, what would you like to see next? What would you like to see in the next stream? I'm really focused on the Nutmeg upgrade right now, but maybe we can see other things. So I'm planning on doing these live streams every week from now on. I hope that works. I hope I can keep up with the schedule. So I'm curious to see what you guys would like to hear about. Maybe live troubleshooting people on the forum. Not quite sure yet. So the discovery migrations are now being applied. Is OBS still working? Yes, OBS is still working because I'm not able to view the broadcast on YouTube, strangely enough. So I can't see your comments anymore. Is YouTube failing on me? Okay. I see that it should be. I'm still live, so this is good. Many migrations in the discovery plugin. Whoa, creator update partner. So I'm guessing that now this should be working. Yes, so the discovery page is working, so this is great. Discovery. So what are we supposed to do once we install the discovery plugin? So this is for caching programs. Let's try this. Oh, so this changed. Oh, right. So, this is interesting. Okay, so this was the recommended way to bind mount a repo from the host to the container before. But now there's the new tutor dev start --mount option, which is kind of magic. And it's supposed to work like this. Path to course discovery, and you don't even have to specify this. It's going to find it out all by itself. But for that, we need to add a hook. Add I can't remember. Is it a filter or an action to the plugin. So this is called compose mounts. No. Yes. So go to mounts, discovery, from the container. And in order to implement this, I'm going to tutor hooks, filters, compose, mounts, let me see if I have an example of this. Yeah, I need to. So this is used as decorator, dev, mount, discovery. And this is taking a list of mounts. List, tuple, string mounts. And then name. So if name is equal to, so this is the name of this is the base name of the directory on that is being bind mounted on the host. So if the base name is course-discovery, then I want to append the name of the container in which we're going to bind mount the volume, and then the path where it should be bind mounted. And this is going to be OpenX/discovery. And so this means that when I run tutor local start local run mount the current folder discovery. Let's run bash. This should be working. Oh, and this should return, of course. I should have read the warning here. I should return mounts. Okay, so it's automatically bind mounting this to this. So when I touch foo here on the host, I should see the file appear inside the container. Yes, right here. And this is great because it means that we can very easily bind mount a repo from the host to the container using this new v1 plugin API filter. So it's really cool. I like it. I think it's great. So this should be working. No, I'm going to remove these instructions because they are mostly obsolete. Dev, run discovery, npm install development. Yeah, that. Okay. So did quick start finish? Yes, quick start did finish. Let's continue with the discovery readme instructions. So can I run this? Is this thing working? If it's working, then it's good enough for me. I don't need to test it further. Yeah, it seems to be working, so that's good. I'm not going to do extensive testing here. What about that? And I also need to test these two. Doesn't seem to be working. Host discovery.local.overhang.io, port 8381. This is not working because it fails to reach discovery from the container. That's because, so discovery.local.overhang.io, this is actually localhost. Unless discovery was configured to point to itself. No, it didn't. So this is not going to work. This command here, it's not going to work locally. That sucks. That really sucks. So this cache programs is not going to work. Oh wait, can we pass? No. So why is this thing working, but not this? Okay, I'm going to try the other commands first. Let's create a super user. Let's create regis.com. And now can I log in? Yes, so I'm able to log in as admin. Org, what about this? So what's the name of the demo? The edX demo course is inside the edX organization, so this should be returning something. What about an empty query? Yeah, so empty query works. I have no idea why MITx or edX doesn't work. I suspect this has to do with discovery itself. Okay, I don't want to do extensive testing of this plugin right here. I think it's good enough now. So I'm going to push this to GitHub on the Nutmeg branch. And then I'm going to install this. Wait, I need to open a PR. And then I'm going to install this plugin in the demo server. Then I'm going to enable the plugin. And push my changes upstream. And on the demo server, I can also, I'm going to apply the changes manually for now because I don't want to run the whole deployment pipeline, which is going to erase the existing platform. Actually, maybe we could, because it wouldn't change much. Yeah, let's try that. Let's try that. So in the Nutmeg demo project on GitHub, let's launch an action. Let's run this workflow. There you go. And we'll see whether, well, this should deploy the Nutmeg platform again, because I guess it's not working now. No, it's not working now. And it should install both the notes and the discovery plugins, rebuild images, all images, and make sure that everything is working properly. So my monitor screen is failing me, so I do not know if there are additional comments in the chat. There aren't. I think that we're good. I think that, so we upgraded the notes plugin, we upgraded the discovery plugin. I think it's time to bring the session to a close. So looking forward to seeing you again, hopefully next week. Same place, same time. And with a different topic. I don't know yet what. Maybe upgrade other plugins. Maybe it will be hacking on Tutor itself, or maybe we could do some hacking on the edX platform. That would be interesting, I think. Yeah, I'd like to do that. So maybe hacking on an edX platform, that would be cool. Okay, I hope you enjoy it. If you did, please let me know in the comment section. And I'll see you all soon. Cheers. Bye bye.